Safe Exam Browser training course. Part 1. Setting up the quiz. The first thing we need to do to set up the quiz is turn the editing on in Moodle. We're going to create a topic. In the topic, we will call the topic exam. We will give the percentage marks of the exam, and we will also provide the date for transparency. Enter, and here we have the exam as a topic. The next thing we need to do is click on Add an Activity or Resource, and we're going to look for activities. In the Activities tab, you will find Quiz. It's a little icon with a person and a question mark on it. Here are the main headings of the quiz. We're going to go through each one of these headings bit by bit. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to give this quiz a name. The name in this case is the exam, and we will also provide the percentage grades. And of course you can say what is the module name. There is no need to put a description here. Next thing is the timing. The timing is extremely important because it will add safety to making sure that no student will take this quiz before the time. So we're going to click Enable, and we have the date in which the quiz is going to be open. So we're going to choose the date of the exam, in this case the 6th of February, and of course we're going to give it also the time. In this case we're going to choose from 14 to 14:30. The exam is going to be 1 hour long, so we will choose the same date, 6th of February, and actually we're going to change this to 13:30 to 14:30. Perfect. So we have 1 hour. Nobody will be able to access the quiz outside of those times. Next thing, we're going to give the time limit, which is 60 minutes. And we're all set up. Another thing that is important is that when time expires, should be set up to open attempts are submitted automatically. This is important in case there is a power cut and the students forget to actually submit their answers. This is a bit of a safety net for them. We move on to grade. Every quiz by default will have a grade of 10. So we're going to put a grade to pass as 5, but later on we're going to change it to 10 because the exam is worth 20%. Also extremely important that we only allow one attempt because there's only one attempt per exam. In the layout, we're going to ensure that we tick on every question. What that means is that the students will have one question at a time, and this is also a safety net. If for whatever reason the students don't submit the entire exam, every question is saved individually. In the question behavior, just say no to shuffling questions. We do not want to shuffle questions, and we click on Deferred Feedback. In review options, we're going to untick when we want the students to review their exam. So we don't want them immediately after the attempt. Instead, we want them later while the quiz is still open and after the quiz is closed. So what this means is that the students will be able to look at the attempt, their marks, the feedback, whether it was the right answer, both when the quiz is still open and also after the quiz is closed. What this means that the quiz is still open is that the deadline is not over. In appearance, It is possible to put an image, to set up an image if the students actually have an image in their Moodle page. And decimal places, we're going to keep it to 2. And here is the important part. Of course, we want Safe Exam Browser, and we're going to configure it manually. When you click on that, this page opens. You do not need to do anything on these settings except enable audio controls. Tick that to yes, because we want to be able to allow students to hear the questions. Next thing is extra restrictions on attempt. In this case, we are going to add the password that we want the students to use for this exam. And for this example, we're going to use the word Madrid. So the invigilator will have to give this word to the students. In overall feedback, we are going to leave this empty. We move on to common module settings. We leave this empty. Restrict access, we don't do anything here. Activity completion, nothing. Tag, nothing. Turn it in, we don't need to use turn it in. So we just save and return, and that's it. The quiz has been set and it appears in here.